Wow, 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 wow. If boxing is not the most corrupted sport I ever encountered, right? So, for those who don't know, Jaron Ennis faced off against David Avanesyan on Saturday, right? This fight was big because if I'm not believing, this was Jaron Ennis' debut on the zone against a former Terrence Bud Crawford opponent. Now, we all know that Jaron Ennis has been calling out Terrence Bud Crawford. He's been saying that he wants to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. And I just don't believe. I believe it's a facade. And I'm going to explain to y'all. So, David Avanesyan was supposed to be a measuring stick to see how Jaron Ennis would possibly fare against a Terrence Bud Crawford. Even though we know that styles make fights, just because Terrence Crawford beat David Avanesyan in this fashion, Jaron Ennis beat David Avanesyan in this fashion, don't mean that that's what's going to happen in the ring when Jaron Ennis and Terrence Bud Crawford get in the ring. But I realized that the Zone and Golden Boy, they're paying these trainers and they're paying these refs, right, to end the fight, right, around before Terrence Bud Crawford actually end the fight, right? If you look at Virgil Ortiz versus Mean Machine, that stoppage made no sense. And that stoppage was orchestrated to end in the 8th round, right before the bell finished. That made no sense, bro. I've never seen no weird shit like that in my life. Right before the bell ring, they end the fight. Mind you, Mean Machine could have got up. He could have recovered, right? Because it's the end of the round. And the refs stopped the fight. They stopped the fight because it was on code. You see Mean Machine did that little wink? It was on code that the fight ends in the 8th round. The reason why they ended in the 8th round? Just because they're trying to say, well, Terrence Bud Crawford stopped in the 9th round. And we stopped him in the 8th round. So that means you better than Terrence Crawford. That's what they were trying to do. And if you look at the same thing with Jaron Ennis versus David Avanesyan, that stoppage didn't make no sense to me either, bro. Because he was in the corner, right? And I know that David Avanesyan could have continued. But what they wanted to do is they wanted Jaron Ennis to look good. Because if David Avanesyan would have ended up going to the 6th round, right? He already landed more shots on Jaron Ennis in the 5th round, right? Then he landed on Terrence Bud Crawford in the 6th round. So if David Avanesyan would have continued, right, he would have made Jaron Ennis look bad. He would have made Jaron Ennis look bad because the objective is to stop him and make him look worse than what Terrence Bud Crawford made him look. And Jaron Ennis failed to do that. He couldn't knock him out in the 5th round. So what they did was stop the fight to try to make it look like it was a stoppage. That was all designed by Eddie Hearn. Cause so now people can be like, well, Jaron Ennis stopped him in the 5th round, and Terrence Crawford stopped him in the 6th round. So that means Jaron Ennis is better than Terrence Bud Crawford. That's the casual mindset, and Eddie Hearn knows that casuals build the sport of boxing. It's sad, but they do. They're the ones that's paying for the fights. The casuals that don't know shit about boxing, right? So this is what these guys do. Right, they attach Jaron Ennis' name to Terrence Bud Crawford to try to build his career, knowing that Jaron Ennis does not want to fight Terrence Bud Crawford. If you guys know anything about boxing, you watch Jaron Ennis, right, versus David Avanesyan, and you watch Terrence Crawford versus David Avanesyan. You see why Terrence Crawford is a far better fighter than him. Jaron Ennis literally don't know how to change pace in his punches. He don't know how to do it. He does not know how to do it. His defense is lackluster. Terrence Crawford will murder Jaron Ennis in the ring. Like he would literally take him apart, probably like in 5 rounds, 6 rounds. I give him 6 rounds. He's not gonna last with Terrence Crawford, bro. If Terrence Crawford want to toy with him, probably bring him in the 9th round and drown him and then knock him out. But he's a little kid, and his defense tells it all. And his IQ is not that high, right? Because David Avanesyan kept on landing them uppercuts on him, and y'all act like y'all ignore that, right? And he can't afford to get hit by a guy that could actually hit. David Avanesyan is 35 years old, and Terrence Crawford is actually 37 years young. Hit way harder, way better. Boots will get murdered. And what I'm hoping, you feel me, because I realize that Y'all Philadelphia guys, y'all very weird. Like on that YSM channel, y'all weird as shit. I hope all of y'all could sit here and be honest, right? After watching that fight, be honest, right? To Boots and tell Boots to stay away from Terrence Bull Crawford. Because I realize none of y'all ever spoke about the Diddy and the Meek Mill situation. So that means y'all back y'all Philly guys no matter what. No matter what, y'all back y'all Philly guys. No matter what they do. But hopefully a guy like Greg Hackett that I respect, he can sit here and he could be honest like how he always been and tell Boots to stay away from Terrence Bud Crawford. I don't even need to tell him that because Eddie Hearn and Jaron Boots Ennis, they already spoke about it. We're going to use Terrence Crawford's name to build his. But I hope that y'all Philly guys all that on that YSM channel could sit here and keep it real, right? And tell them, yo, Boots, stay away from this man. Stay away from him. Jaron Boots Ennis is not that good, bro. He ain't that good. I'm sorry, bro. He's not watching that fight with him and David Avanesyan. Terrence Crawford is leagues above him, bro. It's a league. He's gonna get hurt, gang. He's gonna get hurt, and then Terrence Crawford is gonna ruin his career. I'm telling y'all. There's a reason why he's gonna stay at 147 pounds. There's nothing at 147 pounds. There's nothing. You talking about you gonna clear out 147 pounds? Nigga, you're way too big for 147 pounds. Go up to 154 and go fight Terrence Crawford. He won't do that. He won't do that. He got the IBF belt. He won't do that, gang. He's not gonna do that. He's not gonna do that. Eddie Hearn is not gonna let him do it either. And I hopefully these guys from Philly could sit him down and be like, well, Boost, you know you got the heart of a lion and you know you, but no, stay away from that, man. You're gonna get hurt. No way, bro. Throw all his punches with the same amount of power, right? Don't change up his pace of punches. His defense is horrible, right? So I don't understand how y'all think he's gonna beat Terrence Crawford. He would not. He's gonna get hurt, right? But I just have to point out the fact that these guys are paying these promoters and paying these refs and paying these trainers. I mean, these promoters are paying these refs and paying these trainers to stop the fight early. That's what they're doing, and it's mad obvious. I don't know how y'all don't see it. Just to sit here and try to make it look like Jaron Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz is on the same level of Terrence Bull Crawford, because all of them objective is to beat the greatest fighter of all time, Terrence Crawford. So what they're going to do, they're just going to attach their name to him, right? Until they build their career, until they're probably ready for him. But they know they're not ready for him yet. They know that. But I have to sit here and I have to point that out. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscription button. And I'm out.